Hi everyone, this is Matt Hoffman, President of the Genesis Foundation for Children. I know you have a choice of email videos to watch, so thank you very much for joining me. Today is the fourth and final day of our annual 4 Days for Murray campaign, which is a tribute to the memory and legacy of our founder, Dr. Murray Feingold, who started the Genesis Foundation 40 years ago. Not only was he a special friend, but he was also an amazing doctor to so many kids and young adults and their families. And I'd like to read a poem I wrote a few years ago about Dr. Feingold, and I hope you enjoy it. A doctor for kids who flipped their lids. When he performed magic, he performed miracles. He conformed not to the norm of in and out visits in 20 minutes. Instead, he showed his patients patience, the time for which wasn't covered by insurance. Said Murray, "Don't pay me, fine. I'll see them on my own time, on my own dime. And what I don't have, I'll find. For my kids, I'll found a fund so they can reach their potential and have a little fun." So early and often, with exceptional friends like Dr. Tim and Brian McLaughlin, Murray Feingold began asking for money to make a dark beginning sunny for little girls and boys. You know, it's funny, he had a knack that when he asked you to give, you got much more back. To invest in a child, whether her challenges are severe or mild, lights a candle that will forever burn and enable her to learn that we all drive on roads with difficult turns, that we are all riding with someone at our side, a guide to make the ride, if only a little less lonely. Only a few months before he passed, Dr. Feingold was so excited, his heart beating so fast, because at last, through a new genetic test, he had finally put to rest the mystery of a longtime patient's condition that for decades had perplexed this clinician, this magician. Even though his patient was doing fine, it bothered him that he couldn't define or assign a diagnosis. And the peace he felt for the peace of mind he was finally able to give to this man and his family made Dr. Feingold absolutely shine. You see, genetics was the world that whirled inside his head. He was decades ahead in the field of healthcare, where he pioneered coordinated care and took the time to care for the welfare without fanfare of his kids, seemingly unaware of what they couldn't do and focused on what they could do and what they would do and what they did do. He gave his patients food when they were starving, and as they got older, he said, "Do your own farming. We'll all be there with you and your crops to give you well-deserved props for what on your own you grow and what you sow." As the lead in the Hamilton play said, as Aaron Burr's mortal bullet was heading his way, "A legacy is planting seeds in a garden you will never see." We want all kids dealt a tough hand to do what they want, to be what they can. That's our vision. No matter what their condition, we will help them all. That's our tradition. It's our decision to stand up and fight for the child who can't stand up, who can't sit up, who can't speak up, but who won't give up, who won't slow up, until he becomes the grown-up to whom we all aspire, whom we all admire. Murray, thank you for letting us make a difference, allowing us to learn despite our medical ignorance. You left us your blueprints. Now we run around doing wind sprints. How did you never get shin splints? A legacy is planting seeds in a garden you will never see. You, me, we are Dr. Feingold's garden. We are his legacy. If you've already made a donation to this campaign, I'd like to thank you very, very much on behalf of so many kids and families that you allow us to help. And if you haven't had the opportunity yet to donate, please do so now. Your gift is most appreciated. Thank you very much.